Don't you know I get
Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to the Soup Factory. I'm Bonita.
I'm Melina.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Rob. With the Soup Factory, what we do is we basically keep students up to date with current information and stuff that's going on around the world.
If you have any thoughts or would like to come on the show, just email us at ptvsoupfactory@gmail.com. Don't be afraid to show us your fashion styles and anything else you have to offer. We're open-minded.
We are. We're actually willing to bring on anyone who has, an opinion to voice out about anything that's going on campus or even off campus. We have news. This news happened over the weekend, and I'm sure most of you have heard about it because it did happen over the weekend. It was about a motorcycle incident. It was about a guy named Alex Leon and his family. Over the weekend, they were having actually a great Sunday, which ended up as a horrible evening. Alex Leon and his wife and his child, his daughter, who was in the back seat, they were driving into the Bronx. It was like the Cross Bronx, if you see the YouTube videos. There was a bunch of bikers, and these bikers were like friends. I guess they were in a group, racing, just messing around.
It was, sorry to intrude, but what I had heard was it was actually an event. It was a big motorcycle event. It was a bunch of groups from all over actually coming together. It wasn't just one group. It was just motorcyclists in general.
Yeah.
And
I feel like they were like teaming up on most of the cars, like not teaming up, but like really messing with these cars, like on the highway.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just him. I heard it was other cars, which I didn't get to see personally on YouTube, but I definitely saw this video. And I feel like they were ganging up on the guy and his family. And unfortunately, when Alex Liam had to stop, he ran over a guy, which his name was Christopher Cruz. And he actually ran this guy over, and this guy is like paralyzed right now.
Oh, that's the one with the broken legs, right?
Yeah, he can't walk. I know some of them, like one of them is in coma.
Christopher Cruz was actually the person who stopped short that caused him to hit the back wheel. Then
Do you think it was purposely, though?
I don't think it was purposely. What happened is they was messing with cars, like I had seen a video earlier, where they were actually going into, driving right into the car as the cars was coming directional towards them. So it was cutting traffic, and what Christopher Cruz did was he stopped short, causing the Range Rover to hit his back tire. Then he fell off the bike, and then the bikers got all upset, and then they really went after the Range Rover. And once that Range Rover come to the stop, they all try to jump in, hit the windows, and start breaking stuff, and then Leon just took off.
Apparently, Leon was on the phone with the police, telling them like his location and to meet him there. And the police did come, but it was a little late, obviously. By that time, one of the bikers took his helmet off, and I saw that he was breaking the window of the Range Rover to like get him out.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It was with the kid in the back.
With a kid in the back, which is like super scary. Poor guy. There's like so many bikers. They like pull this guy on. They started beating him up. And now apparently like they're trying to charge him for leaving this guy paralyzed and leaving another guy in a coma, right?
That's one of my things. Honestly, the situation already has its ups and downs, and it's kind of hard to understand if we're not in their shoes. But do you justify the fact that Leon got off with like nothing, no charges or anything?
Definitely.
Having him put somebody in a coma after the accident? Or do you think he should have been charged just as Christopher Cruz was charged, because he was charged with charges based on the accident?
Even after being injured, he's being charged for that. I definitely think that Alex Leon should be let off because he was just driving home. Like he was not causing any problems. And then these bikers like gang up on him and his family, and then what? He gets beat up.
What I'm most like surprised about is that he was like trying to mess with he was trying to fight back against the bikers.
When
Whenever I'm like driving, if there's like one biker, like I'm like trying to avoid him at all costs because it's the most intimidating thing. Even if it's one biker and like this whole like stereotypical group of bikers, and then he's trying to mess with them, and yeah, I would not do that. I'm scared of one biker, nonetheless.
And then apparently he like goes into this neighborhood. If you see, he gets off on 178, which he was going towards Washington Heights, And that's when it really went wrong. Like he stopped at this light, and that's when they really got him out.
Just for the light. If that light
Yeah.
had not been there,
He could have
maybe
just kept on going.
Yeah.
Could have
You
got
should
away.
just stayed on the highway until the police got there.
I know. I would have been
was-
like
No.
scared.
Why would you
I'm
get off
going.
an exit?
I'm
in
sure he
Manhattan?
thought about-
There's traffic
but then
everywhere.
again-
It's not even Manhattan anymore. It's Washington Heights. So
Oh my
Even-
it's still a little
God.
scary.
Even if he got off, there's pedestrians.
Yeah.
There's
Exactly
so
my
many
point.
more
Maybe he
factors.
thought. Maybe he thought, oh, if I go into the pedestrian zone, somebody can ask for help, or they see what they're trying to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
To me, that was his wrong mistake.
That was
That's
a
why-
big mistake.
That's where he got caught.
Big mistake.
He,
very
got, he didn't get as
unfortunate.
injured as the other ones though, which is the crazy part. Like all these bikers came out to beat this guy up, but he's not even as injured as the ones that he ran over.
Right.
Apparently. Like there's a guy in a coma, and then like one of them is like really paralyzed. Like,
Paralyzed
this
for
is
life.
insane.
Ugh.
It's unfortunate, man.
It is very unfortunate. So you guys definitely agree though that he should not be charged, right? Or do you think he
Yeah.
should be charged for leaving these guys so injured like this?
If I were in his shoes, I would have run over the whole.
I think I probably
Biker
did the
squad.
same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
if you're
true.
on a motorcycle, it's kind of your responsibility to be the
Correct, yeah.
safest person on the road. If you're being the asshole, you know,
Supposedly though, there was a I had seen a report. It was I forgot the name of the news site, but they had interviewed one of the bikers. Yeah, and he had said he provoked it supposedly.
Like he admitted to it?
He didn't admit to provoking it, but he said that he provoked it in the Range Rover. He cut the bikers off supposedly, which made Cruz cut him off basically and stop short in front of him. But there's always two sides to a story, you know.
course.
And
Even
I don't
in
know if he's
that,
provoking him.
even that. Do you think it's right for? Even if you shouldn't be taking up the whole highway,
exactly.
which was one of the main
Exactly.
points that everybody argued on this case.
Exactly.
The bikers took the whole highway. If there's no space for me to go and I gotta go somewhere, I'm gonna try to cut you off.
That's true.
That's
I mean,
not control.
personally, like I never mess with bikers, but when I do drive, I drive every day, like a lot. And when I'm on the highway and I see a bunch of bikers, I move to the side. But unfortunately, like if they're trying to go around, then you put your signal, but you don't know what they're looking at. I almost feel like you're not messing with them, but they might feel like you are because you're trying to get away. Sorry, when you're not, like, you know, I feel like they're not really realizing what you're trying to do, and they might take it offensive, like you are messing with them. I feel like that's what happened. Like it was really miscommunication, but like maybe they thought this guy's like stopping his car, he's provoking us, let's beat him up. It's really pathetic. It really is.
I mean, to top it off, that's not even one of the worst stories I heard this week. I also heard about this homeless guy going on a killing spree in Riverside Park. Killed
Sick.
5 people,
oh yeah.
slashed a baby
Was it with scissors?
with scissors.
That is
That's
the
the
most like,
sicker part. Like, where'd you get these scissors from? Like, don't you live like in a
What-
shelter?
that's
Like,
the
Right.
laziest murderer that I've ever seen. Like, scissors. He just find the first thing
broke
that
it.
he.
Like he couldn't get
Yeah,
a
that's a-
knife.
I mean, he was homeless. Guys, you know.
That's true. Which is
honestly,
where I'm like, where'd you get these scissors from? Hold on.
some of the saddest stories though comes from those that like have no reason.
Too.
Like it's just a pointless killing. It's like why do this to
What was
an
going through your
innocent
head?
person? Yeah.
And then not even like we have a baby here.
in this situation.
So like these people are literally just going out for a jog. They're at the park and.
Let me get my
before,
scissors.
before
Slice.
8 a.m. Like, how do you start your morning killing people? You woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Too much Grand Theft Auto.
That's
Blame it
another
on
thing. This
GTA.
game has people going crazy. Like, I feel like people are trying to live their lives based on this freaking game. Like, I
GTA.
can't.
Alright.
Literally, everyone is trying to base their lives on this game.
And
It's
another
really bad.
important topic that hit the fans
The
was
shooter
The shooter.
in Long Island, which is right here by us, because we live. Well, most of us live on campus. Not me, but a lot of us live on campus. And
Yeah.
me personally, on most of my lunch breaks, I go to Roosevelt Field Mall almost every day, every other day. And the fact that I was there the day before this happened is like super scary. I like checked into Facebook here at Roosevelt Field Mall, have everybody telling me like, "Are you okay? Are you alive?"
You
Like-
can always find her there.
Find me at Roosevelt Field
That
Mall.
was just a revenge.
And he did have a reason. So this
Yeah,
other guy
he
didn't
had
have a
a
reason.
reason.
This
He
guy
had
has
a
a
reason.
reason, but was it like reason enough? Is it that serious? I
I
don't know.
don't think it's ever that serious.
Never-
There's
Take
never
someone's
reason
life.
enough to just shoot
I
someone.
don't think a job could replace a life.
So this guy worked at Save Energy. His name was Sang Ho Kim, sorry. And Kim worked at Save Energy. He was actually he was a former employee there. Most of the people that worked there though, they were all Asian, and this guy, he really did not get along at all with his boss. And his treatment was bad. He wasn't getting paid on time. And again, is that reason enough? Obviously not. He left for a while. He's not even an employee there anymore. And he just went back and shot someone. Like, so 2 people got shot. One of them died and one of them didn't, thank God. And they had to shut down the whole neighborhood, like the mall. They had to evacuate. And it was just really bad. And the sick part is, it took like, what, 2 or 3 days to actually find the guy?
He was found in the Hudson River.
That was the sickest part. Like,
why kill yourself?
Why kill yourself? You got done what you had to do.
But then that also gives off, like, he probably knew he made a mistake, and it was like, holy
he was obviously
can't
sick.
get out of
He
this
had
one.
problems, yeah. To like go kill people and then kill yourself, like.
And then we have the not reason enough to shut down the government. That's what I think.
Like, is it that serious? Is all of this that serious? I can't.
Yeah, it sounds so serious on the news, but like, no,
At
I don't think
all.
anybody, especially a post as a student, understands actually what's going
What's
on.
going on?
I have yet to really, like, I'm trying to read in, and then you read a paper, and then you get people's opinions, you get the professor's opinions, and then you're still like,
What is going on?
what is really going on? And I think it's things like this are just based on just your opinion. At that
Yeah.
point, it's like, what do you think about it? Because everyone honestly thinks differently, and that's obvious because of what's going on with them shutting down the government. They just can't compromise and just figure out what the hell should we do.
We've had Nixon as president. We've had the worst of the worst. I'm not saying Obama's the best.
Bush.
I'm not saying Obama's the best, but why is the government shutting down now all of a sudden? Where is this coming from?
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
Instead of
Just-
working
just-
together.
Just to let the viewers know, what really happened was that the Republicans were against the whole Obamacare plan coming into place, which took in effect October 1st. And what they try to do is they try to limit the funds available to fund government agencies, militaries, and post office and stuff like that. Basically, government fund agencies. They try to stop it by not providing them with enough fund or coming to an agreement where everybody agrees as what money goes where and how much goes where, because they feel like the Republicans don't want to give in to the Obamacare. So they hold them back basically because of the Obamacare. They want the Democrats to rethink the whole Obamacare plan and maybe come up with a better solution. And that's the reason why the government is shut down, because of Obamacare.
And it sucks to say because, I mean, I'm one to say, like, I'm from the Bronx. I can't say I grew up in the hood. Like, I've seen the bad and the good, right? And I've always been, like, opposed to the fact that, like, you know, a lot of people, like, I don't think like a Republican. I'm not either or. But I do think, like, I agree with a lot of people who don't agree with the food stamps, Section 8, a lot of that, because most of our parents, I'm sure most of our parents here, because we go to a great school, work their asses off. And it's like, why do so many people get to do so much for free, and you get to eat for free, and you get so much, like, you know, the health insurance, all that, and then I have my parents, again, like their parents probably, who work their asses off, probably can't even get health insurance, probably can't get Section 8.
Because
I
they
don't
make
get food
too
stamps
much.
because we supposedly make too much.
But how much
Yeah,
is too much?
Yeah,
If
we're middle class. We're not making too
Exactly.
much. We're middle class, which is why I would never agree with the whole free stuff. I'm not about it. But if middle class is being offered this Obamacare, why not? Why can't we get
Why
some
not?
help? Like, my parents could finally get health insurance. Like, this is probably personal, but it's not. I'm not afraid to share it. For the past 2 years, when I go to the hospital, I have to pay cash because I can't even afford health insurance. So if I'm getting some kind of help, what's the
Yeah.
problem? We're going to shut down for that? Like, it's messed up. And
yeah.
I don't see how it's that serious. Like, Republicans don't want to shut down, and the government doesn't shut down for when it's like free Section 8, free all this other stuff. But when the middle class finally gets help, we get screwed over. I don't get it.
Politics.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's all politics.
It is politics.
Welcome back, but don't think about it too much. Drake's new album, Coming Home, what is it called?
Nothing is the same.
Nothing is the same. Nothing is the same. Coming Home was one of the songs. I'm sorry. Coming Home was actually a good song. I liked it. He had a couple songs in there I did enjoy, but for the most part, I would probably leave 3 songs on repeat rather than a whole album personally.
I'd say the same.
What 3 songs will you go out for, Rob?
Hold On, We're Going Home.
Are we?
All right.
Are we?
You better include Pound Cake.
I don't really like Pound Cake that much.
Jay-Z's in it.
I don't really like Jay-Z like that. That's a whole. That's a whole nother topic. That's another show. That's another show. That's another
Tune in
show.
next week for that one.
That's another show. That's another show.
Jay-Z, I'm gonna get you on the show. You better say something.
I really, wait till I get famous, Jay-Z. I'm coming for you. But Tuscan Leather was good. Tuscan Leather, the opening, it was the longest. It was a 6-something, I think.
What about Own It?
Own It was good.
That's very
Own It was
romantic.
good.
Very romantic.
Own It
Oh
was
yeah,
good.
you always go for the romantic.
Yeah, Own It is one of those songs that's probably like on the outside of the 3-hour repeat. And I was just like, let me listen to Own It real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
happy for him, but like, I feel like a lot of people agree that he could have done better. Or his previous album was better. I don't know. I think he's great. I think not every album's gonna be the same. You can't expect the same thing every time. The same way they said that about Kanye's album, Jay-Z's. Like everything's just gonna be different. They have better days than others. Like better albums than
Tom,
others.
what about you? You
What do
like
you think
it?
about Drake?
You heard it?
In white people music,
Right.
I got a new John Mayer album. No, I'm just kidding.
So Tom's out of the equation.
Yeah.
Back to us.
Good.
But
Good.
don't worry, you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you should
good,
probably
good.
listen because that's what's kind of out right now.
For those of you like Tom, just listen to Tuscan Leather. Don't worry, we're going home.
I feel.
Own it.
They're cool.
I don't know, like the one that I really like. Well, Hold On, We're Going Home is a good one, but I felt like it was way too sentimental for Drake. Like
That is Drake. Are you crazy?
No,
He's
when
like the
I first,
Erykah
when I
Badu
first
male
heard of Drake,
figure.
right? When I first heard of Drake, he was like he was killing everybody. He was going after everybody individually. Like
That's why I like
punchline,
Pound Cake though. That
punchline.
was his tough part. That's like the tough Drake. His rapping. He brought in Jay-Z. You know.
It went from like Marvin Room, and I guess he decided that Marvin Room was a hit and forget about it. Soft Drake forever.
And they make fun of him like all the time. Like, oh, he's soft. Every man has their soft side and their, and that's how you get the ladies to listen to your
Are
album.
you soft, Tom?
I'm one of the softest.
Aw.
Softest indeed.
Ladies.
Tom, are you
I go to
single, Tom?
Post Senior.
I am single.
Single. Look
indeed.
at that.
Rob,
So-
you
so-
single?
Yeah, we throwing up single.
Single.
Single,
Bonita single.
So we're gonna get back to gossip.
I'm not single.
All right.
My girl Melina's wifed up.
Yes.
Miley Cyrus?
What could you even say about
I'm
this?
all for it. I don't really have a problem with it. She wants to dance around naked. By
I
all
feel
means.
the same way.
By all means.
I don't think it's too much. She's 20 years old. Do your thing. This is the time because then when she's like 30 something, looking like Britney Spears, it's just retarded.
Yeah, it becomes a little crazy.
It's not. Yeah, it's too much for me.
I mean-
I do think the VMAs, like Robin Thicke is a married man. I think not even respect him. Respect yourself a little. It was a little exaggerated. She could have done less. Less is more. It's a great song. I'm a big fan since Disney Channel. I do still watch Disney Channel. Don't judge me. I am a big fan of her though. I think she's very talented. Plays guitar, piano, sings well, writes great music. I just think she's lowering herself a little too much.
I just think Miley went wild. Honestly speaking,
She
like the
did.
nudity in the videos, the whole tongue thing, like is
Oh
that
my
necessary?
God.
Can
Like,
we get a preview
do
from
you
one of
need
you?
to?
Do you get a preview?
I don't know how to do it.
It's something like
I don't know how to do it.
like
That'll haunt your dreams for the next month.
Tom, come on.
If I did.
Come
it.
on,
Trust
Tom,
me,
Tom,
You
Tom.
don't want that.
Stick the tongue out like the dog.
like what is that for? What's the reason for that, Miley? Please let us know.
Give us a call.
I feel bad for Billy Ray.
He
Billy
actually.
Ray is probably like,
where do you put your face?
no.
Where do you put your face?
Yeah, I feel really bad. Being her father, like, where do you put her? Like, your face. But even like this new Wrecking Ball video, and I'm not sure if you guys have taken a look at it. She's completely naked.
On top of balls.
On top of
I
a.
have more problem with her licking the hammer in that video. Like
Like,
what?
does
What
the
guy
hammer
is
get used
into?
to
I
break a
really
wall?
want that girl to lick that hammer.
That was subliminal.
Oh, please.
That was gross, but it was sexual.
That was subliminal.
How so, rough?
Lick the hammer.
Oh, that hammer.
But it was a romantic song. So Wrecking Ball is literally to her ex-boyfriend, I think, and Liam, which is obviously the most gorgeous thing out there. Why would she dump him is beyond me. But she
He
said,
dumped her.
no, she loved him.
She left him. So
Yeah,
why she
because-
singing about wrecking balls?
Well, because if you see the song, she's saying, you wrecked me. Like, you wrecked me.
Oh.
But sorry, I'm a great singer, but I'll leave that for the next
Okay,
episode
you
as well.
cleared that all
No,
up.
what I'm saying is like she basically said that this is the real her, and she needs to go through her phases, need to like grow up, go through her things, and then if time is right, they will get married. I don't see how this like phase or these stages she's going through is worth leaving, like taking her ring off, because they weren't just dating, they were engaged. How do you walk out like that is beyond me. Which is what the song says too, like don't say I just walked away. But I think he's pretty heartbroken. He proposed to the girl, and now she's walking out. Like it's pretty messed up.
I don't know. I mean, I think the guy's a pimp. Honestly, he looks good. You know what happens
Well,
when you look
obviously
good.
the pimp is
Good
her,
for you.
like leaving him. So I don't know.
I'm not a pimp, ladies.
Right.
Tom, are you a pimp? Is that why you're single? You got a whole bunch of girlfriends out
I
there?
don't like to
Popping
be tied
my
down.
collar.
I don't like to be tied down.
Got a little too much going on.
It's true. It's true. Why be tied down? I get that. So that's it for today, guys, in the Soup Factory. What I do want to tell you guys is, though today we did not get to include everything we wanted to share with you, next week we have a lot more for you. Most of you know Dr. Cusumano. She's a great professor, a broadcasting professor in the radio station. And if you stay tuned, you get to learn a little bit how she makes the best Mexican chili. So she will be here next week cooking some chili for us. That will be our food segment. We will also have a good friend of ours who knows a lot about fashion and will be here to give us some tips. So tune into that too. And more than anything, Halloween is coming up. So we will be telling you about a lot of things
The
like
hottest spots to visit.
yeah, Fright Fest, a lot of
Where to
haunted
go
houses,
where.
and what costumes you should and should not be wearing.
Do's and don'ts.
Yes.
Do's and don'ts.
So, and then we'll definitely have more gossip for you, true and false, things like that, and definitely news. We got to stay up on the news, guys. I know we're young, we're in school, but you should definitely know what's going on around you. Like, if you don't know about this government shutdown, there's a problem. So definitely stay tuned for the news, the gossips, and the do's and don'ts, like Rob said.
Also, if you want to come on the show, we'd be more than glad to have you. Just email ptvsoupfactory@gmail.com. Once again, that is ptvsoupfactory@gmail.com.
We're open.
And
We're always open to hear more
for
ideas.
suggestions, yeah.
And if you have anything that you'd like to share, maybe things that you think we should bring on the show, we're open for more emails, okay? Thank you. I'm Bonita.
I'm Alina.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Rob. You guys enjoy your night.
See you next week.
Bye, guys.